this weekend I had a really great weekend. I wanted to tell you about it. We first we went up to Provo for my mission reunion, and that was great because my mission president just got done being president of the Chile Santiago Temple. And he had some great stories to tell. Then we went to my brother's house and got to participate with watch conference with him, and that was fun. And then we got to do some service between sessions, and again that was a lot of fun. And then let's see, and then I went to priesthood meeting with him, and they had ice cream afterwards, and that was fun to just kind of sit and chat and talk to people. Though I didn't really talk much. We mostly just talked to my brother, which was good. It was like a full weekend. Then that night we drove home from Salt Lake, like a 4-hour drive. On the way home, we stopped at Walmart to get snacks. We stopped at Walmart in Springville and happened to run into Stacy from Studio C, and he was a great guy. I was the one that was super nervous, but he was perfectly willing to talk to us. Caden got a selfie with him, and so we posted that on Instagram. Maybe I'll tell that story. So we see him at Walmart, and Anne-Marie, she's pregnant and just not feeling great, and so she's riding around in their little power wheelchairs that they have at Walmart for customers. And so when she sees him, she's just like too embarrassed to say anything. So I'm like, oh, I'll go do something. So I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, Stacy, and I give him a high five. I'm like, high five. And I think he was a little more prepared to just really talk to a fan, and I was just kind of like, that's all I prepared for. And I just kept walking. And so I get back to Anne-Marie, and she's just like, oh my gosh. She's so embarrassed for me. Oh well. But he was really nice. And so then my phone was on the charger. So I told Caden, hey, we should go get my phone, and then we can get a selfie with him. And Caden's like, yeah. So we're looking around the store for him, and we see him in the checkout line. He actually was like 2 people in front of us in the checkout line. So we told Anne-Marie, hey, wait here with the groceries. We're gonna run grab my camera, my phone, and we'll snag a selfie with Stacy. And she didn't hear me. She was going, oh, look, it's Stacy. Brian, look, it's Stacy. And I'm like, yes, I know, we planned this. Which totally seems stalkerish, but anyway, it was hilarious. So we ran and grabbed the camera. We're coming back, and this time was a little more awkward to approach him because he's trying to pay for his groceries, and he had some friends with him, and so it was just like, what do we do? But Caden, I just told Caden, I gave Caden the phone. I'm like, here, you can go ask him. He's super nice, and he'll just say, hey, can I get a selfie with you? And Caden did, and Caden was really nice. And afterwards, he was like, hey, I really like those videos that you post on the YouTube. He was nervous, but again, Stacy was really nice. So that was fun. So after that, we drove home. We got home at like 2 a.m. I posted those on Instagram. We just kind of waited for people to react. A lot of my friends watch Studio C, and so we figured we'd get a lot of reaction from that. But yeah, it wasn't as big as I thought, but still people reacted. That was cool. That's not too shaky. Okay. Then the next day, we went over to my friend Ben Scow's house. And every conference, Um, what we want to do. Okay, so while I was on my mission in Chile, um, at the time Elder Holland was there, and then there were some other general authorities that were there, and so during conference, as Elder Holland spoke in conference, he talked about his time in Chile, and then I don't know whether it was because he was there, and there was a real focus on the church in Chile, I think, at the time, but like a couple of other general authorities spoke about Chile and their service there. And so it was really awesome to watch conference as a missionary with other missionaries. We all love Chile. And like every time that they talked about Chile, every time that happened, we all cheered. And it was like the best kind of football game. I mean, everybody was there. There was snacks. We were taking notes together. I guess you don't take notes at a football game. But we were there. We were having fun. And it was just a blast. And so ever since then, as when I got married, we have tried to recreate that experience. And so we've tried to have lots of snacks, and we just focus on watching conference and making it enjoyable, and taking notes and just having fun. And we've had a little bit of struggle because sometimes we get like heavy snacks like pizza rolls and donuts and things like that. And while you get uplifted spiritually, physically, you just feel awful. So we decided to do a different approach this year. And my friend Ben Scow and his wife Emily, they invited us over to watch conference with them. And that was a lot of fun. They made some like pancake rolls. It was really good. There's this little, it's like this big. It's a roll, and like you cook it all on all sides, and it tastes a little bit like a pancake. And you cover it in powdered sugar. They have a name for it, and I totally forgot. Anyway, it was really good. You eat it with like strawberries or raspberries. We had it with strawberries. It was really good. So that we kind of did that during the morning session. And then we brought over some watermelon, so you have some watermelon too. And then during the afternoon session, we just made these light sandwiches, cut them so that they wouldn't be too big. And then we still had leftover, or we still had a bunch of watermelon. We had some juice, and so it was like still plenty of snacks for everyone, all the kids, and nothing too heavy. You weren't feeling stuffed. Everything was mostly healthy, and so it was good. It was a good experience. Like we felt uplifted spiritually and physically, and well, I don't know how you could call it uplifted physically by just eating stuff, but it was a good experience, and we had a lot of fun. Great company. So we did that, and so it was like just a full weekend. And then yesterday I got up early. Well, the plan was that I would get up early and go to the temple. Instead, I kind of got up early and then just laid in bed and talked with Anne Marie, and we talked a little bit. And we had some fun. She'd had a crazy dream that night, and so it was just comforting to talk to each other. In the dream, I died, and so did the family, and then she was just like freaked out. So that's kind of her biggest fear. Not having any family of her own. She's constantly worried that I'm gonna either just leave or that I'm gonna die. And so we talked about those fears again. I told her that I love her too much. I was like, you know what? You went crazy, and then you also gained a bunch of weight and stuff. Those are both things that she's really worried about too. I said, you know, I still love you. You know, I mean, don't take that as an excuse to go crazy and put on a bunch of weight, but just know that I love you anyway. I mean, that's not the main reason I loved you. I married you. Everybody's a little crazy, and I'm okay with that. Because she's got to deal with my crazy too. Anyway, so that was fun. I mean, it was just a good weekend. Then I went ahead and went to the temple, and then last night, I was pulling out my wallet, and we kind of had a little tiny date. We went to Panda Express, and and while we were there, we left the kids in the car. We went inside to go to kind of get what we wanted, because we got them a pizza, and we'd go and kind of eat a little bit nicer. So it was like a miniature date, even though the kids were just in the car and we were just getting a to-go order. But it was fun to just be ourselves and talk to each other. And I pulled out my wallet, and it's getting a little bit worn. And I showed my wife, and she had bought me that wallet while we were dating. And so it was just fun, like 10 years later. It's finally starting to show some wear. And I thanked her for the wallet. Like, hey, it's been a good wallet for me. It's still got some good years left in it. I'm going to pull it out so you can see. So it's just getting a little bit of wear right there. But it's a pretty good wallet. I mean, it's still in pretty good shape. So, I mean, it's just, you can barely even see it. There's a little tiny hole right there. But the rest of it's in good shape. And so we talked about our experiences while dating. And, well, not so much our experience, but like how far we've come since then. How much we've grown together, and we're not so afraid anymore. So then after that, we went ahead and we went for a drive, and we went and looked at the house that we first moved into when we moved to Cedar City. Well, we tried it. It's been bulldozed, but she hadn't seen the house since it's been bulldozed. So there's still just like, it was 2.5 acre lot. So we went over and we looked at that and thought, you know, that we're sad that we didn't get that 2.5 acre lot, but we're also glad that we have what we have, that we met the people we have, and just thankful for our experience. Even though we wouldn't have made it, we wouldn't have said, this is where I want to be, we are very thankful for what we have. And I thought about that, you know, this is a vlog about our journey towards prosperity. And, you know, we're happy right now. And while we want to improve our situation, there's kind of this balance, because, like, take for instance with money. We're not going to get rich by just paying off debt. You know, we need to improve our financial situation and improve our income. And so there's this constant strive to improve our income, but at the same time, we need to be satisfied with where we are, working with what we have. And so, while we're not making a lot of money, I mean a ton of money, not where we want to be, we are making decent money, and we're slowly paying off debt. And that's not super sexy, but that's fun. I mean, well, not even fun, but like, we're proud of that. And so it's good. And we're working to do some things so that we can pay off debt faster. And I want to talk to you about some of those things that I want to do. But this vlog, I want to talk about, okay, so sometimes you have to find happiness where you are.
And that's just what we noticed last night as we enjoying our situation, is that even though we don't have everything and there's still a lot to work on, part of prosperity is living a happy life. Taking what's given to you, being thankful for what you have, and trying to improve what you have. So, while I still have a lot to work on, while we still have a lot of things that we want to do, we've got to enjoy the journey. And we just really felt that last night, and I want to share that with you, that the Lord has really blessed us a lot. We have 4 kids. We've got 1 on the way, and we just love them. They're just amazing. I don't know if you've ever been around other people's kids. Somehow, other people's kids are harder to deal with than yours. You're used to their quirks. But we love our kids. They're great, and just having a lot of fun. And I think that's a big part of searching for prosperity, is enjoying where you are. It's not every day that we're having a lot of fun. Not every day is just like happy cloudland, but yesterday was just, we looked around and we said, this is good. We enjoyed it. But it's also like, it wasn't like a feeling of complacency. It was a feeling of, I'm happy we're here and I have more courage to go on, like recognizing the progress that we've made. And it was a lot of fun. This vlog's getting kind of long, so while I still have lots that I want to share with you, I'll leave it there, and we'll kind of pick up tomorrow and talk about some of the more, I want to do an update every day of like our progress, and that's easy to do with money, but some of our other metrics are some of the other goals that we have. It's harder to find some kind of metric to measure it with, so we'll see. Might have to get creative. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing as I talk. I'm still trying to put out a video every day, and so whether you want to watch them every day or just kind of check in weekly or monthly to kind of see how we're doing, I'm cool with that. But yeah, thanks for sharing our journey. We'll see you later. We'll see if I can reach this. I gotta get to work. I gotta stop watching this. Ugh.